Okay, so I'm nearly come to the end of the ring. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So I've chained one. I've got 2 more trebles to do for the last little double. It gets quite fiddly towards the end. 1, 2. And to close up, because you did a treble on the first stitch, you just join in by slip stitch in that first one and pull through. Oops, hold on. Do that bit again. So let me just keep on tightening. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. One more treble. And then a slip stitch into the chain that you started. Pull your yarn through, and then give yourself a long tail and snip off and pull it through, okay? So there's the tail for the middle. You can pull that tight for the center, or you can leave a little hole if you want to. I do suggest that if you do a magic circle or the chain 3 to start, you do it for all of them, so that if you've got a tiny little hole, it'll be the same for all your squares. Or if you've used the magic circle and you've pulled it nice and tight and there's no hole, you do the same. Otherwise, some of your squares are going to be bigger than your other squares. So decide which way you like doing these center circles and stick with it, okay? I prefer the closed ones because I think it's a holy blanket enough. But if you prefer to have a tiny little hole in the middle like that, then go with it. It's entirely up to you. I don't mind. It makes no difference to your blanket at all, other than you can imagine if you're making one with a chain 4 start and you've got a little bit of a hole, your circles are going to be slightly bigger, so your squares are going to be bigger and your blanket's going to be a bit bigger than if you use the magic circle. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how we go on to the next row. So you're going to find one of the chain 1 spaces and you're going to pull your yarn through and chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're going to start by making one of the corners. All of this is in the pattern, okay? I'm just doing this as a bit of an extra for you if it helps. Put your yarn through, hook through, sorry, and treble and another treble because you're making your first corner, okay? Then you're going to, you always go working around the cluster. So there's 2 trebles there. You're going to go into that next space. So yarn over and into the next space, 2 trebles, 1, 2, and then yarn over, and you're going to go, you can see where that next chain 1 space is there, look. So you can put yarn over and you're going to do your corner space in here. So that is 2 trebles, 1, 2. All of this is in the pattern. I'm going very quickly here, just as kind of a supplementary thing. Chain 2 and 2 more trebles. 1, 2. Okay, so you can see that you've got a corner, a straight, and the corner coming. So then you're going to do a mid stitch, yarn over, 2 trebles in the middle there. 1, 2. And then yarn over into the next chain 1 space and do your corner. So it's 1 treble, 2 trebles, chain 2, 2 more trebles, 1, 2. Okay, so have a look at it. Look, you can see that it's beginning to look like a square. Not quite, but it will. 2 trebles into the next chain space. 1, 2. Next chain 1 space, look, is there. My finger's peeping through. So you're going to do a corner then. So that's 1 treble, 2 trebles, chain 2, 1, 2. 2 more trebles in here. 1, 2. And then you should just have one space there to do your 2 trebles, not a corner one, just a straight one. And because you started off with 2 trebles, a chain 1, and I think it might have been chain 2 actually, you finish off with 1 treble and you join into that first chain that you made. Now don't finish off, because you need to do 2 rows of this colour. So you can see now we've gone from the circle to the square. And now you need to carry on. We don't turn, but you can see that there's a gap in between the 2 trebles in that corner. You're going to do a slip stitch to get there. So yarn in, hook in, pull the yarn through, and just slip through. And then you're ready now to start your next row, which will be this second row of the second colour. Okay, so again, it's exactly the same as the row before, but you've just got more stitches. So chain 4 and then a treble and another treble into that first corner space, which you'll come back to complete. And then you're going to do 2 trebles into the straight gaps, 1, 2, go between the next one there, look, and you're going to do 2 more trebles in there, 1, 2. Okay, then you're going to come to a corner, and it's exactly the same as the corners below. So you do 1 treble, 2 trebles, chain 1, 2, and then 2 more trebles into that corner, 1, 2. Okay, then you're going to continue to go round by doing 2 trebles into the straight edge holes, and in the corners you're going to do the 2 trebles, chain 2, 2 trebles.